Think about this concept. They cannot kill what is already dead. Now, I think I got this from Game of Thrones, but think about this concept now. Killing your ego so that no one, anything that anyone says cannot affect you. This is where you want to get to. See, when I was younger, all these thoughts were running in my mind. I constantly felt inferior and less mature to the people around me. I felt like they were leaders in the group and I was not one of them. I wished to be one of them, but I just couldn't because I didn't have the mental capability to be so, to do so, to act in a certain way, right? Then I realized, like, after many, many years, when I got out of school and got out of situations where I could have capitalized on it, I unfortunately didn't. I learned a little bit later in life that there is a thing as the ego, and that is what most people live their life by and is controlling them. Whereas now, what I understand is that there's an ego and the observer. So an observer is here, the ego is here in front of that, right? And for most people, the ego's thing is just shouting, barking out loud, thoughts all day long. Oh, you're inferior, or they're making you look like a little bitch here, or you're not strong enough, or you're less mature than this person, or that person's the leader, you'll never be the leader. Like, you're having these negative as positive self-talk, but it's all from the ego. All of your self-talk is from the ego. Whereas the observer, this brother is just witnessing everything that is going on, and even witnessing the even witnessing the ego, right? So he's hearing you chatter away, but nonetheless, it is just silently observing. It is not saying anything. It is just witnessing what you are doing. There comes a point in your mind where you can switch between who's in front, so the observer or the ego. And when you put the ego at the back of the observer, and at that point, the ego just shuts the fuck up because the observer is in front now, and it just witnesses everything. So it's similar to a person who, when you like go out, let's just say you're on the playground, whether you're in school or you're at uni or you're like early 20s and you're just with your group of friends or whatever. You know that person who is just the most calm, collected, in control, has high self-control. All the girls want him. All the guys want to be like him. He's respected. He is admired. He is inspirational. That person, the reason they're that way is because they have more self-control over themselves. They are not constantly spewing bullshit out of their mouths because they want to fill the silence in the moment kind of thing. Their ego is just more further detached than perhaps yours is at this current moment. Easy fix though. You could just silence your ego, kill your ego. This is what I mean by they can't kill you if you're already dead. It's the killing of your ego I'm talking about. If you kill your ego, you've probably heard of a thing called ego death or kill your ego, these kind of movements and stuff like that. It's just silencing your thoughts that constantly ramble and witnessing everything around you. So I've got a computer in front of me, I've got my blinds, I've got this wall, I've got this camera, I've got this phone, I've got the desk in front of me, right? So I could be looking at this computer, but I could be zoning out, thinking about what I'm about to eat later or do tomorrow, right? That is all from my ego, that is all from my mind, right? Whereas if I just sat here, I looked at the screen, I looked at the camera, I looked at the blinds, I see them for what they are, that is now me being the observer, not from the ego. So the observer's back in front kind of thing. And the more you live your life in a way where your observer is in front, you will just be happier. You will just be content. Things will start going your way. You become more powerful. You become more attractive. You become that guy that everyone wants to be like. And that is like who I've become now after all these years of struggling, having my ego in front of me, thinking, oh, this person's done this, or like playing little mind games in your mind, thinking, oh, this person's trying to like outdo me here, or trying to be superior to me, or trying to dominate me in this situation, or trying to have more power than me in this situation. That's all from your ego. Once you just remove that, put your observer in front and just witness everything, you cannot get into a fight with someone. I guarantee it. If anyone wants to try and like instigate a fight with me now in this situation, which has been done, there's nothing like when you have a fight with someone, it's two egos clashing, right? But if there was an ego and an observer, so let's just say I'm observing someone and they're trying to start a fight with me from their ego, right? There's nothing for them to like that. I'm just witnessing and absorbing everything. If my ego was in front, it would be a clashing because my ego would be like trying to defend itself, right? And their ego is trying to defend their self. So now there's a fight happening. Whereas if their ego is just seeing my observer, there's nothing for them to bounce back off. There's no energy coming back to them. It's just like, oh, okay, I see that you're frustrated right now. Rather than, why the fuck are you frustrated? You just shut the fuck up, get out of my face. All this is stuff from the ego, right? Whereas if someone's berating me, I can just be like, look, I don't know what I did to make you this way and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I didn't mean to do that type of thing. I'm not like, I don't need to apologize. I don't need to bitch out by anything like this, right? But it's just accepting that it's just witnessing everything that's going on. And there's no judgment there. There's no like ego involved there. It's just completely seeing it. Hopefully by what I just did, you saw a little change or like a difference there from where the ego was inflamed, like, oh, what the fuck, like, don't, like, you know, all this like inflamed language, rather than, it's okay, I didn't understand that was what was going on, like, I don't really care, either way, it's fine. There's nothing for that person to bounce back off, and a lot of the time, that is the problem. That is the reason why you get into these situations, because your ego is just bouncing off everywhere and it's trying to defend you, but you don't need defense. You just need to take the ego away and let that person just witness your witnessing presence. And every situation, every heated argument, every situation where you feel uncomfortable, every situation where there's drama, every situation where there's a power dynamic, where you want to be the leader, all these different things, once you remove the ego, you become the person you want to be. It's very hard to show you without doing it for yourself. So you need to do this, like, as soon as you watch this video, switch off whatever app you're watching and then just go ahead and do this. And now, look at me. I'm attractive, I'm powerful, I'm incredible, I feel great. Look at me, man. Looking good, feeling good. Bad motherfucker. But the truth is, this type of stuff is not your fault. You don't understand that, like, this type of stuff isn't taught in school. This type of stuff isn't taught in, like, your parents probably don't even know about this. Your friends don't even know about this. So by you learning this from me in this video, and then if you were to go off and read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, you will become so much more in control and wiser than most of your family and friends. Almost, as soon as you finish that book, almost overnight you'll change. And the more you read that book, I read that book once a year, just kind of like keep me fresh with it, all the ideas. It's one of those books that you want to study for the rest of your life, I would say. And by doing that, you constantly keep refreshing your ability to destroy your ego. Your ego will keep coming up. It will never not like die completely. But you want to get to a point where you are in so much control of your mind that you can just switch it off instantly and be like, look, my ego is inflamed here. Let me just shut the fuck up, observe everything. It's like, imagine if you were like walking with your dog and you're walking out into a field and there's like, you know, you can see the skyline of your city there. There's a few trees and stuff like that going on and a path in front of you. Now you're looking at this scene and you're thinking, oh, what am I going to do tomorrow? I want to eat later. Remember what that person said to me? My boss is being a dick here. My family's doing this. My wife's saying this to me, or my kids are like doing this next. You're walking along this path, but you're not present. You're not in the moment. Whereas the dog, right? It has no thoughts. It's just looking at, oh, look, the tree there. Oh, there's a city skyline over there. Look, there's a path I'm walking on right now. Look at the blades of grass I'm seeing right now. That's how present and in the moment you want to become, because at that point there's no ego. Your ego is completely dead and you live a much healthier, freer, happier, contenter life. That's how you want to get to. So like I said, all these things aren't taught, but I'm here to help you. Your daddy's here now, so pay attention, follow my channel, that'd be fantastic. I will help you navigate all these pitfalls. I'll teach you all the different new concepts and things, ways of thinking that you never even thought about were possible, and that you can kind of like help you elevate your life with. All I ask is if you like my shit, sub to me, comment on my shit, like my shit. And if you want to really get involved and really up your game and really have some accountability, then you can come and connect with me directly for only 3 payments of $3.99 per month. No, I'm joking. But if this helps, do all the stuff I said, sub to my stuff, all that stuff. But there is a community. Check the description below where you can send me an email and I'll send you more information about it, about my community. But we have in real life meetups, so we meet up once a month, we do some cool shit together. I'm going to be there at all the meetups kind of thing. There's a community involved, as well as we get to discuss like on a more personal basis and help your situation out like personally, because this is what I needed when I was younger, but there was no one I could actually genuinely rely on, because all the people who were the mentors I wanted to have, they were busy, they were doing their own thing. They were like looking for mentors themselves, right? But now I'm in a position where I'm older, I understand more, I can give back more. Now I can actually do this through this channel. So that's my whole philosophy around that, basically. So if you want to do that, it's not for everyone, it is paid. You can implement this stuff that you're seeing in this video and go off and do it yourself. But if you want some accountability, if you want a community, if you want to meet up in real life as well, then we can do that there. Send me an email, I'll send you some more information about that. So I hope this helps. Remember, understand what I'm saying here right now, kill your ego, make yourself proud, and I'll see you next video.